So before we go any further with processing these notes, I want to take a slight fork in the road and spend a little bit of time highlighting the alternative method that I mentioned earlier in this section using Instapaper and Readwise. So this lesson is going to assume that you've already got an Instapaper account set up, as well as the Instapaper Chrome extension installed. If you haven't done that already, take a minute to go and do it. I'm not going to dive into the mechanics of how that's done, frankly, because it's very simple. So you shouldn't have any problems. And there's plenty of good resources out there that can cover that. So once again, this lesson is going to assume that that is already done. So the first thing that I'm going to do in this lesson is I'm going to jump over to the Brief History of Money article, and I'm going to use the Chrome extension to add that to my Instapaper. So I'll just click up here, and you'll see this pop-up come down that says that is now saved to my Instapaper. And if I navigate here to my Instapaper account, you will now see it in the main home section. You'll have a feed of all of the articles that you've saved here. The next thing I'm going to do is click into this article. And we'll go down the line here and simply add some of the highlights using really the same ones that we did in the previous lessons. So again, very simple to use. I'll come down here to this initial paragraph and I'll go ahead and highlight that. And you'll see that's going to bring up two different options. I'm going to use this highlight one. There's also a comment feature here that we're not going to use for now. But what that allows you to do is just add your own notes on the fly. And I do use that sometimes to just kind of jot down my own thoughts about why this is important. But in this lesson, I'm just going to quickly grab the highlights. So I'll click on this one on the left. So that's going to grab that highlight. Again, I had this note here, the double coincidence of once. So I'll go ahead and select that and highlight it as well. This idea of commodity money was one of the other ones that I had highlighted. This idea of collectibles being the first prototype of money. And then I had this idea down here about how money was kind of a boon to human evolution as a whole. So that's it for this lesson. Short and sweet. Again, the idea here behind Instapaper is it's just a very nice little app that allows you to aggregate articles from all over the internet, put them into a reader, and they've got a nice mobile app as well, and they allow you to very easily add highlights. So in the next lesson, what we're going to do is use Readwise to take the highlights that we just added to this article and get those moved over into Rome.